Hey guys, welcome. I'm Pashpika. Welcome to the channel where we talk a lot about financing, cryptos, NFT. Well, today video, I'm gonna talk about some more money hacks to follow while traveling. Last week I uploaded the video about how to manage your money while traveling, and I think you guys like that video. So this is another video, and in this I'm gonna bring more hacks than I covered in the previous one. So these are the new hacks. Let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more such videos. You can visit our website www.globodivine.com for more information for blog articles. You can very well grab the finance planner bundle that will going to help you plan your finances. It's a PDF download. It's based on my experience and knowledge so far. The link is in description box below. Anyway, guys, let's dive in. Now, currently you can see the change in the background because I broke my tripod stand and I'm recording a video keeping my phone somewhere because I need to find a new tripod stand in Bali, and I'm still in Bali currently. So let's talk about these money hacks that will going to help you, that literally help me. The first money hack I have for you is to always choose the transportation that is cheap. And cheap, I doesn't mean that you need to suffer to reach to your destination. No, by cheap I mean compare the different transportation that you could have in the destination country and then see which one is more accessible, which one is more safe, and which one is cheap. You're gonna find some combination of the different transportation system and you're gonna go with that. For example, in the Bali, I didn't find much of the public transportation. Like, you need to either go with the Grab or Gojek. Like, these are the two apps in which you can get a scooty, like in which you can go on a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler on a car, or you can hire a scooty. Like, there are so many services out there which will going to give you the scooty for a day, for a week, and all that. Or you can hire some local cab drivers or some local scooty drivers that they're gonna drive you. Now, depending on these three different options out there, I think that the most cheaper one is hiring a scooty. Now, also it comes with its own side effects. Like, if you don't know how to drive a scooty, you won't be able to, and you don't know the rules of the international country, the Indonesia, the travel destination, you don't want to go into the hack, or you don't want to go into that trouble, then that's a different story. But that's the most cheapest option out there. You can travel way more faster and at your own pace, and also way more cheaper if you're renting a scooty rather than going with having a cab or going with a Grab or Gojek or another two-wheeler. Though this is the most cheapest option out there. So that's the first thing, is to look for the transportation in your destination home country, because that's really important. If you are living in your Airbnb or anywhere and you want to travel from your Airbnb to the places that you want to visit, and there are so many times when the places are very far off and you need a transportation system. And I think that some of the countries that do have a good transportation system, like the train, buses. Second money hack I have for you is to keep in extra cash for your budget or for your day. This is really important. Of course, some people do accept the online transaction, but still not many people all over the world is accepting the online transaction or bank transactions. You do need to have a cash. So the best thing is you actually go to the nearest ATM, the ATM that is near to the bank or is in the bank, so that's safer, and then you get the currency of that particular destination country and have a cash in your pocket. Because not you can't pay everyone via the online bank transfer or PayPal or Wise transfer or whatever. No, you do need the cash. So it's better to get it from the ATM rather than going to the money exchanger to exchange your currency from your home country currency to the destination currency. It's better to go with the ATM and take out the money. And with that being said, the third tip I have for you is to go with the Forex card that actually help you with the traveling. Don't go with your home country cards. Like, they do have the international transactions, they do have the reward system, but I think that Forex card or the card that I've mainly dedicated to the traveling is more safe. Plus, also they're gonna give you good currency conversion, and also the transaction charges are less. Now, depending on whichever part of the world you live in, obviously these things will going to vary. It in fact vary from bank to bank, from card to different card. So you need to read the terms and conditions, and please read what are the transaction charges the card will going to take, and how much is the subscription fee, and if you are not traveling for a few months, can this card be still available what is the expiration date. Go into all details and read about it before actually getting a card, because there are so many different bank cards out there. You need to select the one which fits your needs and which is cheap and giving you a good currency conversion rate, plus less transaction charges, and plus good to your pocket. So go with that. Another tip I have for you is to buy the food from the local vendor. Now this may sound kind of like unsafe because not all local vendors are safe, but in Bali I found that if you're going to the local store, or which is not a supermarket or not a mega market or a mall, if you're going to the local vendor who's just selling on in a small shop, they're gonna give you the food in way more cheaper, especially the vegetables, the fruits, and all the different stuff, like you're purchasing the rice, the oil or butter if you decided to cooking on your destination home country. That I love fruits, so even if I'm not cooking, I'm gonna purchase these foods just as a breakfast or just as an energy for me to have every single day. So go with the local shops that are giving the food or the fruits and vegetable instead of going to supermarket. Now I know that supermarket are more safe in terms of the transaction. They have the food in the good shape and all that stuff is there, but they may be costly in comparison to the local vendor. If you see the local vendor is offering you the food and it's safe and it's good, then go with that because it's way more cheaper. And plus also you're supporting the local vendors, you're not supporting those big malls or markets out there, because people are already buying from them, so they are already supporting these malls. So it's better that you go with the local shop which is offering you the food at a cheaper rate and you're supporting these people out there. Another recommendation, another hack I have for you is to always compare the different prices, whether for the transportation, for the food, for the accommodation, for the sightseeing, whatever it is. Always compare the different plans. Like even if you're going with the same in the foreign country, in the travel destination for a few days, just compare the different plans, the different companies out there and what their plans look like, because in comparison you're always going to know which one is cheaper, better, safer, more accessible and more commonly used and all that stuff. Because when we are traveling, if you're going it for the first time, you may or may not be aware of the different prices, different things. So it's better to always compare. I did that when I was purchasing the same. I compared the different companies and different plans, and I see which one is way more accessible, which will be there available in the remote areas as well, even in the villages as well, and then I got that one. In the Bali, it's the Telkomsel, and of course they do have the different companies out there, but I'm not sure how well their network is. But I see that the Telkomsel network is pretty great, because even I went to the very far off places in the villages, in the very far off villages in the waterfalls, still I was having a network, not just a phone network but also the internet connection. So that's the greater thing you need to go, because often when going with the cheap option, you might go into the cheaper option. It's great, but you need to go with the cheaper option that is more accessible as well, because if you're going with the cheaper option that is not that much accessible, then it's of no use. Because if you're going to the very far off places and the sim is not working or that thing is not working, then what's the fun of going with the cheaper option? With that being said, another money hack I have for you is cheaper option may not be always right, or expensive options may not be always safer. So you need to see which one is way more better. At times cheaper options are way more amazing than the expensive one, but at times the cheaper option is not that safe, it's not that accessible, and it's better to go with the expensive ones, because we are saving money but also we need to save ourselves. We're traveling to a destination country, a foreign country where we don't know anyone, or maybe you would be having friend, but still you are a traveler there, you are a tourist there, you are a foreigner there. So you need to compare the different stuff and you need to see which one is way more accessible and safe for you, and then see which one is way more cheap. That's my own personal priority. I see the accessible and safety first, and then I take a look at the money. If it's cheaper, safer, accessible, I go for it. It's cheaper but it's not safe or accessible, then I don't go for it. Then I have to go with the expensive or costly option out there, whether in terms of sim, accommodation, sightseeing, transportation, whatever it is, whatever expenses it is. Last money hack I have for you, obviously this will going to vary from which country you're traveling to where, but always carry some of your home country foods to your travel country, because in the travel destination country you may or may not find the food that you used to eat in your home country, or even if you find them you won't find the taste of it. Like, I love the noodles, I love the pastas and pizzas and all that stuff. I know these are not good for health, but sometimes once in a while, like once in 10 days or once in 2 weeks, it's great to have a good taste. So when I was actually looking for noodles and I went to the shop over here in Bali to have a noodles in the Ubud, it was very good in presentation, but when I eat it, the taste was very different from my home country taste. The spices were different, the noodles taste was very different. It was not at all similar to the one that I used to have in my home country. And then I realized that I need to take some of the food items that I can take, that flight allows. Check-in baggage has a more asset option out there in comparison to the carry-on. So if you can go with the check-in bag, then that's great. Try to carry some food because you may or may not be getting there in the travel. Now it depends the duration of your stay, because if you're going for a shorter duration, you're like, I don't want to take all of these stuffs, then that's okay. But if you're going for a longer duration, probably try to take them because you may not be able to find them. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you find this video useful, the money hacks for while traveling. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you want more such videos or anything related to it, I would really love to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you the next time. Till then, take care. Bye guys.